Mark your calendars. The AZ Octoberfest 2025 is happening 31st of October to November 2nd at the iconic Nitro Compound in Maricopa, Arizona. This track is next level with huge elevation, massive jumps, and fast technical layouts that keep the action intense all weekend long. Add some night racing under the lights and perfect fall desert weather with temperatures from 70s to the low 80s, and you have the ultimate RC weekend. Classes include novice, sportsman, intermediate, pro, 40 plus, short course truck, and you have the open class. This is for any skill level as a second buggy class. And of course, they have a 16 and under class with their dedicated 16 and under final. Race and hang out with RC stars like Ryan Mayfield, Spencer Rivkin, Spencer Heckert, Camden Lime, and the Iceman, Mason Fuller. They have a massive raffle from all the sponsors that participated, live coverage by Mod Live Media. This is one race you don't want to miss. Follow the Nitro Compound on Facebook and Instagram for more details, and get ready to send it at the AZ Oktoberfest.
Nitro is the glory, but e-buggy pays the bills. Welcome to the No Name RC Podcast. Get ready for some serious bench racing. But be warned, we speak our minds, express our thoughts, and sometimes things can get a little rowdy.
Hate, and he just was influenced by the hate coming from the left, the hate coming from the right.
And let's get back to more club racing and less of this grabbing racing.
It's hard not to be arrogant when you're always right.
See what I mean? That's exactly why people call you arrogant, Max.
You may not agree with everything we say, but it's definitely worth a listen.
And our pick, can you stop whatever you're doing?
Join your host, Lefty the Great, with co-hosts and guests as they get together to chat RC.
Hey, after that race that I watched this morning, I have to talk about it.
Here we go. $100 right here, $100 throw. Oh no!
I like this.
Yes, indeed. Nitro's the glory, but e-buggy pays the bills. Welcome back to another interview, and it's a good one, of the No Name RC Podcast. I'm your host, Keena White, Lefty the Great, and we got a good one for you guys this week. That's right. We've been waiting a long time for this, but we finally got him on. Davide Ongaro, 4-time world champion. We sat down early in the morning to have a chat. It lasted 90 minutes, and it was a good one. But before we do that, I have to say a big thank you to all you guys out there, the NNRC squad around the world. Without you guys, we can't do this. Keep hitting that sub, like, and notification button. We need to hit 8K subs, hopefully by the end of summer. If we could get to 10K by the end of the year, I'll be super happy. But thank you all for the support. Also, a big shout out to the NNRC patrons and YouTube members. You guys will get early access to this podcast. If you wish to support the podcast, you can. Links for all of that is in the written description of this podcast. Also, a big shout out to our sponsors, because without them, none of this is possible. A big thank you to J Concepts, High Tech RCD, Sidewinder Fuels, Latera Racing, Invisible Speed, ML Toys, Dollar Hobbies, Side Piece Racing, Get Shit Done Coffee, Elite RC Productions, RC Project, Mayako, Techno RC, Beach RC, Racecraft USA, and Clinic RC. Shout out to our official drivers, David Ronnefalk, Robert Battier, Alexander Hagberg, Matty G, Pecco Evening, Unahotnin, and Mason Fuller. That's right, everybody. We got Davide Ongaro, as you guys know. I've been trying to get Davide on for a few years. We talked about it. He's very nervous about his English, but his English is absolutely great. His English is way better than my Italian will ever be. And it was a good chat with the 4-time world champion. I never really knew his roots and how he got started into RC, but it was a good chat to get behind him, and see what goes on in minds and what he likes and the challenges that he's had and the different emotions that he's had throughout his career. He's had a very successful career. He's only 24 years old. He's accomplished quite a few things, quite a lot of great things, 4 world championships and possibly more in the works. But it was absolutely a great chat with Davide. and I appreciate his time. And thank you, Davide, for your support. And I hope you guys enjoy this podcast. I know a lot of you have been waiting for it. And yeah, it should be good. A big shout out to J Concepts for all their support and making this podcast happen. We greatly appreciate them and everything that they do for us. Let's get on to the chat with Davide Ongaro. Joining me in the virtual studio today, and probably one of the most requested guests that I've had to come on the podcast. And we've been trying to make this happen for quite some time, but we finally got him on, and I'm very happy to have him here. We'd like to welcome 4-time world champion, Mr. Davide Ongaro. Davide, ¿cómo stai?
Hello, I'm good. Tutto bene, tutto bene. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. I know it takes some time, but with my English and I'm a bit shy, so finally I'm here. So
Your
I'm happy.
English is very good. I remember when you first started, it was like this, but now you speak very good English. Well done.
Yeah, it's getting better. I mean, I study at school like all of the drivers, and then speaking with the American guys from Associated, and then start to be a little bit free with my mind, and now I'm getting better and better every time. So even if
Right.
sometimes I make some mistakes, but I don't care. It's part
Yeah.
of the game.
That's like my Spanish. It's not perfect, but understand.
Exactly.
All right. Good. Well, we're recording this. We're about a week and a half outside of the European Championships that was held in Barcelos, Portugal.
Yep.
Once again, unfortunately, that's one of your championships that you have not won yet.
Yeah, it's strange because let's say I'm trying to win it from the first time I start racing the Euro A here in Europe. And let's say it's my best result at the European Championship, which is second place, like guys see last week. I finished already one time behind Robert in Sweden in second place, and yeah, I will try next year in Madrid to win it. So we will see next year again.
I think you're going to have plenty of chances to try and win that. You're still young, 24.
Yeah, maybe winning 4 of them like David did is not easy, but I will try for sure.
I think you have time.
Yeah. Also because the Euros is every year, so maybe it's easier.
It's one of those races like the Nationals, the Worlds. It's a very prestigious race. I love the Euros. Always like watching them. Always have, and I'm sure you're gonna win 1 or 2 or more of those, and probably another World Championship in your RC career. But
I will try.
I like to start. Yes, that's all you can do. I like to start out. I don't really know your history on how you got started in RC. I kind of when I found out about you, you was 15 at the 2016 Worlds, where I think you finished 5th or 6th, and I was very impressed
Yeah,
with you.
in Vegas.
Yes, but how did you get into RC? Was your father into it, or how did it all start for you?
I think pretty much like every drivers right now. My dad was racing. He started in the early 90s, so probably 89. It was his first RC car. And then I was born in 2001, and then I started racing in 2006, so when I was 5 years old. We race for, let's say, 1 year and a half both. So we had two drivers, but my dad needs to go 2 times to the marshal, makes two cars, and it was so, let's say, so busy for him. So then he say, okay, let's start with you, and I will be your mechanic, and then from there everything started. Actually, my first car was a Hongnor, and then from there at that time it was a good car. Now maybe
Jamming.
can't. Yeah, yeah, exactly. And then I raced with the Radio Sistemi for 1 or 2 years. And then actually, thanks to a shop which the name is Modelismo Fioroni, me, Baruffolo, and Alex were in the same team, and then we start racing together with the TLR for 1 year, and then I choose Mugen. Marco went to Kyosho, I think, and Alex stayed with TLR, and then from there start my, let's say, career. So I'm happy.
So you came racing with some fast guys because Zankatine and Alex and Barufalo. I think
Yeah.
Alex was a little bit older, so he was really fast
Yeah,
at that time.
actually, me and Alex, we live like 10 minutes from. He's 10 minutes from my house. We are close, and yeah, we start racing together. It was a good group, let's say, because it was me, Marco, Alex, Stocco, but other Italian guys that was racing back in the days. And then we were all together, and then we create a good friendship. And now some guys are still racing, like me, Marco, or Alex, and some stop. But it was good.
Good stock. That's good racing right there. Who was probably in Italy one of the drivers that you looked up to at that time?
In Italy, it's hard to say because, like, let's say as a driving style, I will say Ravitti. I don't know if you remember him. And then,
Yes.
like mentality and preparation in Italy, honestly, I was too young to say this, but I always watch Robert. I know he's not from Italy, he's from Spain, but still my idol. I mean, I start with him. I have many posters of him at home. He's living in my house. We slept in the in the same house here when he came here for the national like 5 years ago. So he's still my idol.
Yeah, and then you also kind of went into that whole Model X program with the Mugen Pro Circuit,
Yes.
Ultimate. I don't know if you was running Ultimate back then. But
I was using Ultimate products, but not the engine. But like shock oils, diff oils, and all this kind of stuff. Yes.
well, I mean, that whole program has produced some good racers and still is. It produced you, obviously. Robert was kind of in the later stages, but now we look at drivers like Josemi Sanchez, David Todd.
Yeah.
They're kind of in that Mugen Pro Circuit Ultimate program, and they're very
I think
good.
me, Robert, the Baldo brothers, because when I was younger, also they were with the Modelix. Juan Carlos too. I think many drivers. So
It's a good program.
yeah.
Oh, all right. So you start racing at about 4 or 5 years old, 6 years old. When do you start getting noticed that you're very good at this, and you probably start thinking you can do this for a living?
I don't remember honestly. I think it was a national probably. Because here we have like sport class and pro class, and I was racing in sport class, and I was like racing same lap time of the pro class, which at that time was Tortorici, Rabitti, and all these guys. And then the year after, I just go directly straight to the pro class and finish, I think, in top 6 or 7 in the main. And then from there, I start having some contact from some shops, from discount and stuff. And then from there, I say, okay, maybe. I mean, for me, it was a dream to make this for a living, and then now I'm living my dream. So it was just
There you
a
go.
race, let's say, that changed everything.
Yeah, well, let's fast forward to 2016, kind of when you broke out onto the world stage. You finished sixth at the Worlds, which David won.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people didn't know who you was. I kind of knew who you were,
Yeah.
and I was actually shocked as well that you did so well. Maybe you can talk to us about that 2016 Worlds, and I think you was
Yeah.
15.
Yeah, I was 15, but let's say my first appearance at the Worlds was in 2014 in Italy when Thai won it. Because at that time I finished in the quarterfinals and I fight for like 20 minutes with the Cody King at that time. And for me, it was amazing because it just won his world championship like 2 years before. And at that time, I was like fighting with him. For me, it was like, oh my God, I'm going so fast. And then from there, yeah, we went to Vegas, like you said. I was second in the main. And then my pressure tube came out in the main. I think it was like 10 minutes to go. So then I come into the pit. My dad and Verry at that time fixed the tube, and then I finished P6. So I was happy. I mean, it was my first final at the World Championship, so it was a good achievement for me.
Also, that's a lot of improvement from the quarterfinals
Yeah,
in 2014 to the final, maybe even a podium had not the pressure tube come off.
yeah, yeah. It was close. Honestly, David was incredibly fast on that surface, which was maybe one of the first bumpy track in US at that time. And I was second, and let's say I was super happy finishing in the podium or top 5 for me was fine. And then when I was second and I saw David like 10 seconds in front of me, I say, "Oh, I'm here and I can fight for the title." And then the bad luck came. But anyway, I was happy.
Yeah, I think that's still a good performance and
Yeah,
a prelude because uh, you've won every single world championship since then. So
yeah.
that's pretty impressive. Thank you, High Tech RC, for all your continued support and congratulations on becoming a European champion with the Viking, David Ronnefalk. If you're looking for some top tier performance and reliability in your RC setup, High Tech RCD has you covered with industry leading chargers and servos for both surface and air applications. Whether you're bashing, racing, or taking to the skies, High Tech's advanced technology delivers precision, power, and durability when you need it most. From high torque servos to smart, efficient charging solutions, trust High Tech to keep you in control. High Tech, powering passion, elevating performance. Visit them at www.hightechrcd.com today and let them know that Lefty sent you. Also, I would say what was significant is that going into 2017, you switched over to Team Associated, left long time Mugen. How did that come about?
I think everything came in Vegas because the A guys were there with Richard, Brent, Spencer, everyone, and probably they saw me or I don't know. But after the race, I knew my contract with Mugen was finished, and then Richard probably I don't remember who, but he came to me and say, "Hey, we can do something together in the next year." At that time, we had an Italian distributor, so I spoke with him, and he say we can do this. And then they shipped the car, and I start testing the car. I was happy because at that time it was like it was close to a Mugen that time, so I was already confident with the pivot ball car, the mechanic stuff. It was similar, so I say okay. It wasn't easy for me because I was young to change chassis, but I was happy and I'm still here. So
You are. Did you also change to Aka at that time, or was that prior
no,
to?
so yeah, I was with the pro circuit, and it was my
Mhm.
last race at the World Championship in Vegas, and then everything came together. I stayed with the same engine, which was LRP at that time, and I just changed switch to AE and AKA for tires. So yeah.
Okay, and then I think if anybody's watching this or listening to this, you should go back and watch Neo Buggy 2017 race. It was Probably one of the most amazing races ever. It was a battle between you and Mayfield in the beginning. I'll never forget. It was you, right? That when you came onto the straightaway, neither of you backed off, and he went into the
Yeah,
driver's.
I mean, I was a kid, let's say, and when you find a space and you can go inside. I was inside that time, but people start talking. I did it on purpose and stuff like that.
No.
But then, if you watch like on Ralenti, okay, people can say that, but on, let's say, half second is so fast, so you can say that I did it on purpose. But I mean, anyway, a part of that episode, it was a crazy race because I lost the wing, I think, during the first fuel stop or second fuel stop, half wing. And then I remember BT was there with my dad. Say to my dad, my dad want to change the wing, honestly, but BT was watching the lap time and say no, it's like it's racing, it's going faster than before without the wing, so leave it like this. So that's why we didn't change. And then at the end I lost the other half of the wing and I finished pretty much without. I still have a piece in my house of that wing.
Yeah, I don't think it was a purpose. I don't think it was on purpose with Mayfield. I think you were both fighting for that line, and he wasn't backing off, and you wasn't backing off.
Yeah.
And for people that don't understand, so you was running. I think at this time you was running a J Concepts Lexion wing, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was the old one. It was one of the first Lexan wing with the plastic part in the middle. So
Yes.
I lost the Lexan parts and I stay with the with the plastic one in the middle.
It was amazing. Now, when you was driving doing that, did you just put it behind you, or did it affect you?
I mean, the first 2 or 3 laps, because it was like straight and then 3 steps, and then on a corner on the right. And I saw when I was braking, my car was like sliding on the rear. So it just take 2 3 laps to get used to it and how to brake without the wing, and then start to go fast again. So it at that race we can race like this, but for example at the Euros, I don't know, at the national in US, you have to stop and then change the wing and then go back to the track. You can't race without the wing. But that race wasn't an EFRA, so they just leave me like this.
Yeah, it was also no wind in there. There were, if I remember correctly, there were no
It was
really big
indoor.
crazy jumps.
Yeah, it was indoor. It was clay, so it was clay dirt. We used the clay compound, so it was, let's say, medium high grip. So the wing makes difference, but not huge difference, let's say.
Yeah, and actually that race is coming back next year, so it should be good.
Looking forward, because Miguelo is building the track. So I know Miguelo very well. I know his style of tracks, so I can't wait to be there again. Also, because the atmosphere is nice. Yeah.
I never got to go first one, so the original
It's nice.
I will be there. Miguel is in the States right now building the track at A-Main race.
Yeah.
So, all right. So that kind of that was an amazing race. You should go back and watch it. It was a great drive by you, and I think that's when you really kind of jumped on the scene. And everybody's like, "Wow, who's this kid coming from Italy?"
Yeah.
Mayfield, no wing. But it also ramped up some other talk about you. Elevate your RC performance with SidePieceRacing.com, North America's exclusive distributor of top-tier brands like Awesomatics, Roche, Wild Turbofan, Montec Racing, Corsatec, Phoenix Racing, and Will Speed. Whether you're seeking precision-engineered car kits, high-performance batteries, or aerodynamic bodies, we've got you covered. Enjoy fast shipping and exceptional customer service, ensuring that you get the best gear when you need it. Visit SidePieceRacing.com today and race ahead of the competition. Let them know you heard about them on the No Name RC podcast. And that was I think going into 2018, I think this started at the Worlds about you using a gyro in 2016. Then 2017, obviously doing so well without the wing, people started talking more because when I went to DNC the following year, it was like Joao was there, Barufalo were there, and they were both very fast. Like, I think they TQ'd Iran, Barufalo TQ'd Iran, and Joao second. So then the the Americans started ramping up the Gyro Talk about
Yeah,
European, especially the Italians using gyros. I think it was because I think at that time Padova or somewhere allowed for in the rules that allowed for you guys to run gyros or
yeah,
sportsman drivers, whatever.
yeah,
And but then obviously going into the 2018 Worlds in Australia at Perth, I mean, all that type of talk was still around, especially about you. And well, let's talk about Perth because that's the first one of your world championships, a different type of track, completely different from Redovan.
yeah.
And you go into Perth, guys like Ronnefalk, Mayfield, these guys are all the favorites. You know, they're uber fast. Obviously, you finished sixth at the Worlds prior to that. But going into Perth, how did you feel? And did you think you could win it right there in Perth at when you got there?
Honestly, no. But after the, let's say, 2017, I was testing a lot and a lot and a lot, try to improve my skills, let's say, on the hour mains, which for me are super important because, okay, 45 minutes are long. I'm not saying that they are short, but 1 hour is even longer. And with my dad, we start practicing my home track. Let's say I did like 30 minutes, and then if I crash one time, I have to go back to the pit and then restart 30 minutes. So I start to do like this for like all the year. And then we went to Perth. For sure, I wasn't the favorite, but after, I think after the first qualifying, I was in top 20, something like that. In the Q2, I was first in front of Ty, and I lost my front tire. Front wheel came off. So at that point, I say, okay, I have to do 4 good qualifying, and actually I did 2 second, 1 TQ, and 1 fourth place, which put me like in the top 4 or top 5. I don't remember now. And then from there, I say, okay, if I'm here with them, I think I can try to win it. I'm not that slow, let's say. So then we start the semi. We prepare all tires before the finals because we didn't know which tires to put. And then before the final, like it rains for like 3 minutes and change again everything. So I put the double down medium at that time, and I remember Thibaut. He was using the soft compound, and when he saw me putting the medium, he just like ran into his pit lane and changed the tires. Also him and put the medium compound. And then yeah, in the final it was I was, like I said before, I was free in my mind. I was just like having fun. I was there with the best guy in the world, and being there and going fast like them for me was incredible, you know. So I say, okay, I'm here, I'm second, so why not? Let's try, and then we won it.
Absolutely. I forgot about the double downs. That was a good tire if you could keep it in the line.
Yeah, double downs were, I think, because David won with double down in US in Vegas. I won with double down in Australia, and then I won again in Redovan with double down. So yeah,
You triple down. You double down on your double
yeah,
downs.
exactly. And then yeah,
So that one,
about gyros, honestly, thinking about it now, I don't care. At that time, I was care about the people talking about me because maybe I was young and I was fast. So I was, let's say, angry after the final because I mean, if someone arrive in front of me, I just go there and congratulate him. I just not don't find any excuse if because he was faster or not. So honestly, I was a bit angry because people start talking about that, but I knew it was me. It wasn't a gyro. They check everything on my car and they didn't find nothing. So I was normal and it was relaxed.
yeah, because there was a lot of drama at that Worlds after the race. Obviously, so Mayfield got caught running the OS engine when he was supposed to be running reds. So that
Yeah.
was a big. And then your car was heavily scrutinized by
Yeah.
multiple people. From what I was told, like JQ told me, he said like Truey was in there. They had all these different people in there.
Yeah, I
scrutinizing
think
your car?
it was like pretty much 10 people, let's say, because at that time my dad wasn't speak English, so and he's not speak English now, but I wasn't speak English, so I think it was Marco Rossi inside
Mhm.
the box, let's say the tech box, with my dad. And yeah, I was like translating the stuff, and they asked me to turn on the transmitter, and they check everything. They didn't found anything, and say, okay, I'm free to go, and they say, yeah, yeah, you can go. So yeah, it was a lot of people inside there. So
Yeah, it was like an hour they were looking at your car, and
yeah,
uh, JQ I remember, maybe I saw a video, your dad comes out and has the car and is like, "Yeah," like, I get it. You should have been angry. You have all reason to be upset
yeah.
because it was a lot of gyro talk, and we kinda talked about it like that you're just fast, right? You're just good,
Yeah,
and I
that
think
that time I think like Joseph was one of the, let's say, one of the first guy to defend me and like recognize my talent at that time with all this talk about gyros. And yeah, I mean, like I said before, if someone arrive in front of me, I just go there, say, okay, congratulations, you won, and that's it. Let's go for the next race. Not trying to say something bad, like, oh no, he won because he won because that
yeah.
that race he was faster than me. Let's say that's it.
Uh, so yeah, and I mean, it was the start of what were you at now, like 3-time world champion. How did things change for you after that world championship? I guess you was cemented your professional driver. Did
Yeah.
Was that when you just started like making a living at this?
Yeah, I mean, it changed, let's say, on the professional side because, like myself and me, I'm the same as I was like 4 or 5 years ago. But I knew that reaching that goal was difficult, but stay on that level was even more difficult. So you have to be prepared on everything, like every condition, being prepared at home, because I think at home is the most important things to be prepared. So when you go to the race, you are already prepared and ready to go. So yeah, on that side, it changed a lot because, like I said, you have to be super, super prepared and focus on the races. And also because now we have like races pretty much every weekend, so you have to be ready for all of them. So yeah, on that side, it changed a lot. But on the other, no, I'm the same of before.
Yeah, and I think after you won the world, we saw you come to DNC for the first time. I think it was in 2019, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken,
yeah,
and 2020. DNC has not been that good to you either. I think you've got a podium there, but it's a very
yeah.
difficult race for you.
Yeah, it was like I said before. I mean, you have to be prepared, and me personally, I'm not prepared for that races. Like racing during the night, waiting so long, like from one qualifying to the other, and racing. At that time, it was 3 classes. Now it's 4, but racing like 3 classes and be competitive on 3 classes wasn't easy for me. So we went there. I think I TQ the nitro buggy that
Mhm.
time. And yeah, I fight for like 20 minutes with Ryan at the beginning, and then it's just gone. I was second, and then I lost the second place on the last lap with Dakota. But honestly, I was completely tired because it was my first race, like during the night, and it was done, finished.
Well, one of my American friends messaged me during the Euros and is like, "I just noticed that this track doesn't have lights," and I was like, "Yeah, they don't race at nighttime in Europe.
No,
Maybe Buckingham's one of the one races where
yeah,
you do."
yes, maybe the only one.
So yeah, it's a big adjustment for you guys, and especially the long race days because I I always say they're like, "Well, how many entries at the Euros?" I'm like 150, right? And like, "Oh, that's only a little bit." I said, "That's how it always is at every Euros, every off-road Euros.
Yeah,
It's about 140 to 150 people. It's one class. It's a very comfortable race." Uh, and then of
yeah.
course you know what I was looking at too? I'm doing some reels for RCGP.
Okay.
So I'm looking at the Philippine race. So it's one coming out here later on today as I talk about this. And there was some good racing there as well. That first year, you
Yeah.
the you I remember when I saw you. I think the first time that I saw you at Thunder Alley, and Thunder Alley was, hey, that that track was a little bit difficult for you. I think you're still fast, but the HB cars were
Yeah.
so good that race. It was
Yeah. I
amazing.
think it was like more for C-Hub cars. That kind of track. Even I was trying to do my best because Richard was there, and I say, hey, I'm doing my best. I can go faster. I can go like let's say faster than I'm doing now. And I say, okay, let's keep on the wheel and finish the race without a mistake and see what happened. And then we were a bit lucky also because David broke his receiver, I think, when he was lapping me. So it was crazy fast at that race.
Yeah, that was when I would say you and Ronnefalk were really going at each other too. In those years, leading
Yeah.
up to, and then leading up to COVID. This is when COVID kind of disrupted everything for everybody, especially you guys in Italy, which was unfortunate. But you and David were like the biggest rivals at that I would say from 2018 onwards.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, honestly, during the COVID, I didn't stop racing, let's say, at all because fortunately I have my track like 3 minutes from my house, so I was going there and then just testing. I know I was alone because nobody can come, but actually I didn't stop racing at all. I know the RC world was like stop on a blackout that time, but. Yeah, it was a bit hard for everyone. And then, like you said, me and David always be from that race, like always be rivals, let's say on the track. And
Yeah,
then
that was.
Juan Carlos came, so
I think
even
Juan Carlos and you started in RCGP the second season because there was a lot of yes in
yeah,
Gusago.
I
That's
remember well.
because it was like the start, and you guys kept arguing about because he would start and he would hit you at the start, and I was like,
No, I was
oh
just
wow,
complaining because I mean the corner was on the left and he was turning on the right, so I was just say why we have like 10 minutes of racing, so why we have to crash on the first corner because it was the first corner. So
he
yeah, but
was
after
very
that it
aggressive
was
at that time too, very aggressive.
yeah, but I mean everyone has his driving style. You know, it's like Marco is aggressive, but you have to be aggressive. Let's say on the limit. You know, like
He's calmed down. Canas has. He
yeah.
used to get a lot of accidents. Not
I
so
think
much now.
both. Also Marco is really he calmed down a lot compared to the past. He's really
Yes,
calm now.
I would say that too because when he was chasing Pecco at the, I think it was in the LCQ, he was so
Yeah,
close to us. Like I think Marco is going to
yeah.
take him out, but
No.
Marco's a very good driver though. People don't give Marco the credit. He's very good.
I think he has. I always say to him, and also speaking with his dad, uh, he's let's say he has a lot of talent. I think, but sometimes like his mind, his head is just go crazy. You know.
That sounds about exactly what everybody that knows Marco
But
Barufalo says about him.
he knows it. We always speak him and me at the races, and they say why. Let's say in Gusago, 3 weeks ago at the Italian race, he was leading the race easy. I was P3 because I crashed like 2 times, and I couldn't catch him. He was him and Ricky first and second, and then they flame out because they were out of fuel. They run out of fuel, and then after the race, I just go there and say, "This race was yours because you were so fast this time." So I think he has a big talent, but sometimes his brain is like going crazy.
Yeah, that's Marco. That is definitely Marco.
Yeah,
All right. So we go through RCGP. A new rivalry is born between you and Canas. It's funny because at Gusago, and then we went to the following race was in England, and then you
yeah,
guys were, who was it? It was you guys versus, because Canas was getting mad too at
yeah.
that
But it was
race
met with David.
with Ronnefalk, right?
Yes, because
Yes,
of the starting gate again.
yeah. And you two were like kind of friends that's why I like series, right? That's why I like series races, and that's why we can have it. So it was like you was kind of on his side and it was against David and those guys. It was good. It was good. It was very good.
No,
I
I mean,
enjoyed it.
I wasn't on his side. I just look at the reality, you know. If I have to
Mhm.
say to someone that did a mistake, I say to him, even if I'm his friend, you know.
And you guys got mad at the referee. That's
Yeah.
who it was too. Justin.
No,
I
not
remember.
me, not me.
No, Canas. Canas was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
we need to
yeah. I remember.
good times. That was a different track too. Carpet, not too much
Yeah, the
jumps.
thing is, I remember, like I arrived like in the around 1 p.m. in the afternoon, and they were testing already. So I was like half day behind them, and then I start like trying to make the car good for that track, and then I say, "Oh my god, we are struggling a lot." And then fortunately it was Drescher, Craig. He was there, and then he said to me, "We have to make the car like 110, you know, like rolling everywhere and try to don't flip." And then we make the car for the I think it was the short main on Saturday. And actually I feel better. And then I say, okay, I'm confident for Sunday. And then on Sunday, yeah, I won.
It was good. A lot of that track's still carpet to this day
Yeah,
too.
I think they
Um,
did mainly because they rain a lot, so they can race also on it, also with bad
Yeah.
weather they have in England.
It is definitely bad weather in England. All right. Step up your RC racing with Latera Racing, one of Sweden's premier hobby shops and tracks dedicated to races. Featuring top brands like X-Ray, Hobbywing, Zoo Racing, and Team Coyote, they provide everything you need from precision chassis to high-performance electronics. Whether you're at the track upgrading your setup, Latera Racing caters to racers who demand the best. Visit latera.se or stop by our shop and track for the ultimate RC experience. Latera Racing, built for winners. Thank you, Kim and Martin, for all your support. Let them know you heard about it on the No Name RC podcast. But let's fast forward to Redovan 2022. We come into this race, huge track you've raced at before. You know, the Europeans have had European championships there. We had Neo in there in 2018.
Yeah.
So this is a track you're familiar with. I think you come in as one of the favorites as well into this race because it really kind of suits your driving style. And if I'm not mistaken, you TQ'd that year. And it looked like it was going to be your race. It was your race, but then start the finals. Probably one of the best races I've ever watched in my life between you and David Ronnefalk. And it was a battle, man. It was an epic battle. You had to make some, like you changed your fuel strategy throughout the race and all that type of stuff. Maybe walk us through that. Because you did change your fuel strategy. Was you surprised that David was so fast, like right there after starting? I think he started 12th.
Yeah.
Or 11th.
12. No, it was 12. I think 13 was the Fend because he came from the LCQ.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
yeah, it was maybe it was fun from outside, but not for me for sure. But yeah, it was one of the first races that people start using the clay compound on tires, and I didn't know about them. I mean, we had them with AKA, but maybe not like they weren't as good that hot race were on that final with the clay compound. And honestly, we had to change the fuel strategy because like in the penultimate fuel stop, my engine was too lean. So Nuno was keeping my car because he saw and he heard that my engine was like about to flame out. So he had to make one fuel stop more than David, and we were close at the end. I think he crashed like after the straight, something like that. I don't remember now. But yeah, it was so close. But honestly, I was confident with my, let's say, with my package, of course, but with my mentality on that main. I was like super relaxed. I knew David was fast because I think he was fast also in the quali, but he had bad luck. So I say, okay, I want to win the second world championship, and yeah, the final was incredible, like you said.
It was a good race. Good race. He did crash that out. He was coming up the straightaway, and that double,
Yeah,
he
on
went
the
flying
chicane.
off.
Yeah,
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 and
because I was
that
like
was
going out from the pit lane. I think he was going into the chicane maybe faster than before because he want to stay in front of me.
mhm.
So and then he lose his car and like fly out the track, and then he crashed on the last lap too, on the left
Yeah,
side.
because you know how I remember Adrian was very angry because he thought you hit him.
No, okay,
I know
okay.
he was angry because he thought that you guys came together, but we could see it on video that it wasn't. David, I think what happened was right. David wanted to stay in front of you, and that's a word because you're coming up that straightaway, and then it kind
Yeah, a
of
little
levels
bit.
out.
Yes.
Yeah, and he just carried, and like his car lifted, and when he went to get on the brakes, it just went
Yeah.
into the. I'll never forget that. That was a great victory for you. It was a great race, and then you become the second person to ever win
Yeah.
2 world championships. Who was another countryman of you was Monzi. How you say that?
Monesi.
Monesi. Sorry, Monesi was the at that time the only person to win
Yeah.
2 world championships. He didn't do it in a row, but he won 2 world
No.
championships. So you tie Monesi, and that's a great feat, right? We didn't think that we'll ever see that again, and you went and did it. So that's also your stock in RC just went even further higher, right? I would say. Then it was like,
Yeah, I
okay,
think like that race was even let's say even more difficult and even harder because it was straight after the COVID. So we weren't racing like all top drivers. We weren't racing together for like 1 year and a half almost. So like going straight there, it wasn't easy. So yeah.
yeah. And then we'll fast forward because we go to 2023 and we have the 10 scale world championships over in Arizona at the Hobby Action track. And you just apparently come over there, build a car in your hotel room. I think you put like Spencer Rifkin's setup on it and then beat him at his home track in 4-wheel drive. Like absolutely dominated that whole 4-wheel drive section. But
Yeah,
how did you feel
honestly,
about that?
I mean, I was nervous at the beginning because like going in the 110 world, let's say, which is in America because I think 110 is only big and popular in America compared to Europe. So like going there and racing against them. Actually, I was in the top pit on the free practice, and I say, "Oh my god, I have to leave space to everyone because I'm too slow." And then after the second practice, I was like P2, and I say, "Maybe I'm fast or the other are slow. I don't know." And then, like starting from there, uh, I want to say that yes, I started with Spencer setup because we didn't know how to build the car for that kind of track. But actually, after that, we changed the setup fitting on my driving style.
Mm.
I didn't use completely Spencer setup. I start with his setup, that's for sure, 100%, because I also say thanks to them because we didn't know how to build the car. But actually, I'm not Spencer. I have a different driving style. So from that point, we start changing small things, trying to fit on my driving style. And actually, some drivers like Mayfield or other drivers start to copy my setup and see my car, you know, which was a little bit different from Spencer. Not same, but some small things were different. But yeah, the base setup was his setup. Like 80% was his setup and 20 my setup.
What is it that you look for in your cars? Being as you said you changed some things. What do you like? How do you like your cars to be?
Honestly, it's a difficult question because about 110 I just drive. I don't know nothing about setup. I have a Nuno that is helping me a lot with 110. But actually, I feel like his setup was good, but for my driving style was, let's say, too aggressive, like into the corner. I like the car like making round around the corner, and I'm making also the corner like always a little bit on power. So it was
Mm.
difficult for my driving style. So we try to adapt his setup on my driving style, also with Brent, Aiden, and all the guys, Dustin, and everyone. And yeah, we found a setup which was perfect for me. And then start the problem of tires, because we have to break in the tires, because when they were new for me, they weren't fast as after one quali. So everything came together that day.
Yeah, and where did you finish in two-wheel drive? I think top 5?
Actually, I start P3 after the qualifying,
Mhm.
and I think I had a chance to finish in the top 3, but I got take out from Brock in the A1, and then he say sorry to me because he didn't make on purpose, and I say okay, but it was the first lap, so come on, we have like 5 minutes to fight together. And then I recover on the second, which I finished P3 or P3 in the second main, and then P4 or P5 in the last one. I finished P6 or P5 at the end. P6, I think.
Oh, you still got a 10 scale world championship. Have you won any 10 scale European championships?
Yeah, in two-wheel in
Yeah.
Italy.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
wasn't it 2019?
Yeah, Pinerolo.
Didn't you? Excuse me?
The jump in Pinerolo in Turin, the jump with the bridge in the middle.
Oh, and was that in Italy or was that in
Yes,
France?
Italy.
Okay.
No, Italy.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you do have a European championship.
Yeah, I always say that
What?
for me, 110 without practice, because right now I didn't touch 110 since last year. Making the main is my goal, you know? So going into the main without practice for me is good.
Where are the Euros this year? 10 scale Euros.
Slovakia, Udi Arena.
Oh, that's right. Shigeto, you just told me that. And you are going to Australia later on this year as
Yes.
well, right? But no, you're not going on there to test. You're just going on there like you did in
Because
America.
when they did the warm up, I think we had a race. I don't remember where. And then they say to me, okay, you come to test, but at the end they say maybe it doesn't make sense because the track, if you drive alone or if you drive with like 20 people, is different. Is evolving differently. So I say, okay, we will start like US. We start with a base setup from Marcus, I think, that was there, and then from there start to work with my setup for my driving style. But yeah, I will go there without practice.
What did you think about the clay slick tire racing in America?
But I think it was. I mean, I never raced with the sauce on tire on like they race like some races. But without the sauce, honestly, it wasn't bad. It was like the 1/8 scale. Like it was lighting a little bit on the rear, which I like it. Maybe with the sauce and like super high grip, they are more prepared too. Of course, they are more prepared than me. And but maybe it's more like racing Barcelos. It's like super high grip. So
Interesting. All right. I think in this time, so 2022 or 2023, we're going into 2024. Was you when did you and Verry kind of split up? Because Verry was like your mechanic for a very long time. Then he went
I think it was already 2022 because when I won the awards, yes, he was with Elliot already.
Okay, and that was a big part of your program. Verry was very involved in your program. How important was Verry to you and your family?
No, of course it was important. It's still important now because we are working together. But for me, it was like I was so sad that day when he said to me that he was helping another driver, let's say, good driver, because Elliot is not, he's a good driver. So I say, okay, I have to like reset my mind and because people start speaking about, okay, Davide now without him, without Verry, he will stop winning and blah, blah, blah. And then honestly, winning the awards, I know it's bad saying that, but like winning the awards also without him, for me was even better because it was like a reply to people that was saying that I was stop winning without him. So, but for sure, it was a good part of me and my family because when my dad was busy, I was going to the races with Verry. He was like my brother, let's say. We born the same day, so 11 January. both. So yeah.
And he's like a legend in RC mechanicking. And was he a good racer back in the day?
I think no. I think he raced like. I mean, he was good, but he raced for like 1 year with the on road stuff, and then his brother was racing against him without practice, and he was like always in front of him. And then he say, "Okay, I will stop and I will do mechanic." And then he
Yeah.
started mechanic his brother. Then his brother stopped, and then he started with Boero and other drivers, and then he started with me at the Euro B in my home track when Marco Barufolo won. So it was from 2013 to 2021.
Are you looking to take your ride-on car to the next level? ML Toys makes it easy with plug-and-play modifications like motors, speed and brake controls, and more. ML Toys is the one-stop shop to make your ride-on car the coolest car in the neighborhood.
Thank you, Alan and ML Toys, for all your support. If you guys haven't gone over to my Power Wheels podcast yet, please go over there, hit that sub, like and notification button. If you're a father and you're into hopping up your Power Wheels, check out ML Toys for all your support. We have a coupon code where you can save some money as well, 10%. That's a great segue because after I don't know if did you join Matrix? No, you joined Matrix in 2023.
Yeah,
that's right. With because you and Ronnefalk joined. So you left AKA, which in hindsight was probably going to happen anyway because they barely have a race team, or they don't have a race team at all anymore.
Yeah, it was sad because honestly, I can't say nothing bad about AKA because they always help me, they always respect me, and like send everything I need. But at that point, like you said, it was hard also for me to order tires, having tires always at home because the situation everyone knows. And yeah, it was a new game with Matrix, let's say. And yeah, we both changed, me and David, and yeah.
Yeah, so Matrix was started by Christian. It's an Italian. Well, actually, Matrix was around in On-Road for many years.
They did On-Road. I think he's the only one in On-Road now.
Is he?
Yeah, he's like every race in ENS, Euros, pretty much every race they use the Matrix tires. And like 99% of the driver are using Matrix bodies on the 1.8 on-road and touring car too, 110.
Okay.
So,
but it must have been. So how did that come about? And also that also allowed you to start working with Verry again because he went to work for Matrix as well.
Yeah, like everything starts from zero, let's say, because Christian told me that he already, let's say, try to make tires like 5 or 6 years ago. But it was like a company was making tires and he was just putting his name on it. So for him it was good at that time, but now no, because he want to have everything under his control. So everything is made in Italy, and he has all like from the tire, wheel, everything under his control. And yeah, actually everything starts from zero. We start from, of course, we try to copy, let's say, the best thread from the best companies like IKA, J Concept, everyone. But I think everyone did this, like Hot Race, like the Sara were born because the Electron from Proline, they were the same. And then we copy them, like trying to make small things and then try to make them better. So yeah, everything starts from zero. Christian asked me if I want to go with him and say, it's difficult because I just won the second world championship and change my package, which is working now, is a bit hard for me, hard decision. But at least we have 2 years before the other worlds that will be again in Redovan. And we have time to test and make something that will work for at least that track. And then we start racing. We won the national. I finished first and Mattia finished second. So pretty much every race we were like dominating the national. And we are dominating right now because we finished P1, P2 in the first national, P1, P2 in the second national. So then we finished P3 at the Euros in Redovan. So actually is good because starting from zero is not a bad way to start.
Yeah, because you have seen success with the Matrix tires. We saw Ronnefalk go over, and it was not good for him. We all know it didn't work out for him, but it seems they seem to be fitting your style of driving. And Polito, who is
Yep.
another very fast racer who does not get the love that he should, probably because he doesn't. People just don't know him outside of Europe, right? I know about him.
Yeah,
I watched him race.
maybe he should race. No, like this year we go together to Philippines, which was his first
Mhm.
outside Europe race. But I think for his let's say I don't know what to say, but for his like mentality is better to go also out from Italy. Because from
Yeah,
Europe, he went just to Montpellier. This year he will go to Bagiland, I think, and then he went to Philippines. So it's like he's changing also his mind.
yeah. I mean, I've also said that I would like to see you come more to the USA.
Yeah,
So I hope that both of you come over to the USA. Come do some of the race time races,
I
like
need to come
indoor.
to Thornhill, getting ready for the Worlds next year.
We're gonna talk about that because I think you could win that too. Um, but definitely you're seeing some success with Matrix. Um, and then I think we go into 2024 at Redovan, which was a lot of talk because obviously it was supposed to be in Brazil at first,
Yeah,
and we was really looking forward to going to Brazil. And what kind of what irritated me about that was that a lot of the American drivers are like, "I'm not going to Brazil because it's dangerous," right? Which it isn't, because I was right there at that track. Of course, anywhere can be dangerous, but
if you go to Milan, on the bad places, it's dangerous everywhere.
exactly. So unfortunately, Brazil wasn't able to hold it due to not being able to get permits and stuff. So it goes back to Redovan. And of course, we hear, always, whenever we go to Redovan or any of these tracks, we hear people talking about, you guys get to practice on it so much, and you go there and you do this. And it's, yes. Have you raced on the track? Yes. But it isn't like you go to the track on the weekend and go practice. And also that the track surface stays the same as it does. But in 2024, the surface, they did change the track a little bit, not too much,
Yeah.
a little bit. But the surface was the big difference. It was a lot more high grip.
Yeah.
Maybe tell us about that, because Canas was just dominant in qualifying, right? And
Yeah.
then we had, tell us about your qualifying and whatnot at the Worlds.
So let's say everything start on June, because we went to Spain for the B Euros in Sachs. And then I go straight to Redovan for testing for the Worlds. And actually, we were there for like 2 days, not many days. At that time, we were using the hard compound because the track was completely like broken everywhere because of the rain and stuff. So at the end, we found a good base setup for start the Worlds. And then, going into the Worlds, it was our second race on that surface with the Matrix, because we did the Euros the year before, which was under the light, and we didn't, let's say, understand nothing because it was like dark. I couldn't see the car during the main. And we went there. We started using the black hole because the track was already pretty much clean, no dust, nothing around the track. And we started with a regular compound. We started working on the car. I knew my program during the week because I knew I'm not a fan of the qualifying. Let's say I'm not a TQ man. Let's say I'm more like a long run. So, but of course, if I can make the TQ, I'm super happy about that. And we start like working on the car, changing small things, not too many things, because I knew the car was good. And then testing different tires compound. So testing different tires compound means that we have to test them during qualifying because practice are not so many. So during qualifying, I was fast, let's say, but not fast as Juan Carlos, because he was like always like 3, 4, 5 seconds in front of me, pretty much like every quali, apart from the Q1, because I TQ the Q1. And I was relaxed because I knew that we were testing stuff. And testing stuff that we don't know if it works or not, and being every time like top 2, top 3, for me is good. So I always say, if we are testing and we are this close when we are using the stuff that is working, we are going fast as him or even faster. So yeah, I was happy about I think I finished P2 after qualifying, probably. Then I start P1 in the semi. In the semi, we went with the wrong compound because I was on soft compound because Berten test them with the Lieke brothers, and it was good, but maybe for the long run was too soft. So I tried to save my semi-final, and I start P2 in the main. And then for the main, Adrian test the clay compound, also with the Lieke brother, with who won the junior final, I think. And it was like 1 second faster compared to his lap time before. So Adrian said to me, "Okay, if we want to win, we have to use the clay." The thing is, we were on clay medium that time, and our clay start works well after 2-3 minutes. So I know I have to struggle a little bit at the beginning and then go fast, and it was like this. So
I knew as soon as that race started, you was gonna win because Canas didn't go like Canas was so fast during qualifying. Like I thought if he would have just went, like if he could have, I don't think he could have, but you was right behind him, and then when he made that mistake on that 180, I was like, that's it. Like and then you just walked away with it after that, and it was quite impressive. I mean, you just walked away with it. You got a 3rd world championship. You make history, 3 in a row. How did you feel after that?
I feel. I know it's strange. It sounds strange, but I'm like, I don't feel a lot of the emotion. Let's say I was relaxed after the race. I was happy, of course. I was happier for me, for my family, for everyone, and I was happy for Team Associated because they always like listen to me. They always work for everyone. They try to make something that works fit good for me and stuff. And I was also happy for Christian because after the tire gate, let's say during the week, I was even
Our
happier
fault?
because
That was our fault. That was Max and I's fault. But it was a lot of drama around the tire gate and
yeah,
whatnot.
honestly, but actually, I don't want to take part of like Christian or the others. I just say my opinion. The rules that time wasn't clear. You can
Mhm.
interpret them. So when Christian went on the container, it just asked how we have to interpret the rule. And some people like Ogo owner, Seismic owner, Pro Circuit owner, were agree with Christian. They say, hey, the rule is not. I mean, it's when the rule is not clarified.
Clear.
It's 50-50. And then when they go out, like inside was, for example, inside was say letter A, and we say in Italy when you go out is letter C. So everything changes in like 5 minutes, and that's why I was a bit angry and sad at the same point. Because people even say hello, like the day before, the day after that meeting, people didn't say even hello to us, and we didn't do nothing, only because it was Matrix,
Well,
and that for
you
me
didn't
was
seem to
bad.
be too bothered by it when I talked to you.
What?
When I talked to you,
Yeah,
probably a day or two afterwards, you was just
yeah,
like, I'm not worried about it. I'm focused on racing.
yeah. I wasn't. Yeah, because it's not my rule.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not my. I'm driving here. I'm not working. Okay, I'm racing for Matrix, but I'm not a Matrix owner. I'm not working for him. So okay, I was sad because we are friends. I was sad for him because like it was too much talk, honestly. But it is not my part. I'm there for racing and try to win the race. So at the end, winning the race also with the tires that I could race maybe more, even 20 minutes more. If the final was even longer, I could have finished the race. So I was even happier because it was like reply to all people that talk bad during the week about us, about him, and about us.
Vindication.
Yeah.
Vindication.
Yes.
Like the Gyro in 2018.
Yeah, I think replying on the social is like it makes the people even happy because they say that they see that you are angry. But if you if you make like vindication or reply on the track with the result is even better and worse for them.
Best place to do the talking.
Yes.
And that makes you a 4-time world champion, 3 in one class and 1 in the other. And also, the rule should be clear for next year. So I think we'll be good because we're going to another track like that. But before we do that, I wanted to ask you, I see now you and Adrian are working a lot together as well. Or he's, I know he's working very much so with Matrix. And he speaks Italian.
Yes,
so,
I speak Italian really good. Yeah, actually, of course, I'm working with my dad first because he know me, he know how I'm driving, he know my emotion, he know how I am on the rostrum, he know everything about me. So first, I work with my dad. But sometimes if someone, and now it's Adrian from outside the truck, can watch my car and see maybe we can try this, that maybe we can see doing the qualifying or practice is helping us. So, and also with tire choice because he's also part of Matrix program, and we have him, we have Savoia, which is I think is super good good people, good person, and super good to work with. And now we have Ricky from this year, Mattia. So I think we are a good team. We just need maybe a little bit more time because like Outrace and the other are on the market for like since 7-8 years, maybe more, and we are like since 4 years, 3 years. So I think we just need time, and with Adrian, he's helping us a lot, especially with tire choice, because actually, like at the Euros, we don't have time to test so many things. So when he's racing, he's testing stuff for us, like tires for me, for Mattia, for Ricky, for everyone, for Noah, Ben Mohammed, and we just compare stuff and go out with the best choice.
That's good, and he's also a very good. He's a good racer who knows how to race, and he knows how to set up cars, and he's got a good record of obviously. Look, where Ronnefalk is because because of their partnership and whatnot. So it's a good addition to your team. I know Nuno is the Portuguese guy, right? That associated Portugal. I met him at Barcelos. He's like your pit guy with your dad. You guys have a very good 2-man pit team, I would say.
Yeah.
Well, let's segue into Thornhill because thank you, Dollar Hobbies, for your support, and thank you all for using the 10% coupon code Lefty in all caps at dollarhobbieswithaz.com. They have over 13,000 RC products in stock from 130 plus top brands. Whether you're a racer, basher, or crawler, or just getting into the hobby, they have you covered. They are a brick and mortar shop in Minnesota with an indoor carpet track that switches between on-road and off-road. They have some great race nights, rentals, birthday parties, and corporate events. They have the works. They have a very skilled staff on hand to help with repairs and advice. And remember, you can save 10% with coupon code LEFTY in all caps if you go to www.dollarhobbies.com. Link in the written description of this podcast. Man, it's everybody says it's going to be different in 2026. But what were your thoughts about Thornhill and the Nationals when you watched it?
Personally, I saw the final, not all the final because it was early morning here in Italy. But actually the track was super good. I mean, the surface was pretty much like what we have here in Europe. I don't know for the world how it will be, but we have to be prepared in both conditions. So let's say bumpy and flat. I mean, on flat track we are already prepared, but on bumpy, I'm honest, I'm not prepared like the others. So I need to keep growing on that side. But for me, it will be good for sure. We went to US, and I think like in US, when they decide to make something big, they make something big. The show and everything will be amazing for sure.
Yeah, what did you think about like the US style jumps, very much like Supercross?
Yeah, honestly, I like it.
Like that in Italy, and Spain now, more tracks like American style. Does
Yes.
that make a difference to you? Is that difficult to you, the jumps and stuff?
No, for me, no. For myself, no. Also because I really like to, let's say, to whip the car and make the car like going into the corner as fast as I can. So let's say jumps are not a big problem for me. It will be a problem if I'm not prepared. If the track will be bumpy, that's for sure. But if it will be bumpy, I will be prepared. I have 1 year and a half to be prepared.
So I take it we're going to see you get over to Thornhill for a race or two in the
Yeah,
next year.
yeah. I spoke with Brent like last week, and also when they were the national, because I was helping a little bit Spencer with the setup. And yeah, I mean, I don't know how many races they will have there, but for sure I will come one or two, at least 2 times. I think one time I will come with Kilic, because he asked me to come. I think in November there is a race, but I don't know if I'm free or not. But at least 2 times I will come 100%, because I need to practice on that surface.
We need to get you to a AMS or Wicked Weekend or PMB. Probably AMS would be better.
I think like the less crazy race I will come. Let's say.
Well, AMS is capped and lots of
It's
runtime. Like
okay.
yeah. So,
Yeah,
but it
because
is a lot of
when I speak with Richard, I always say to him that I don't like races without schedule, without. For me, it's frustrating. I don't
Well,
like. I
AMS is
mean,
that race.
it's me.
AMS is the race with a schedule and a cap. That's the
Okay.
one that Mark came to last year.
Okay.
But I really think that you would enjoy your time there in the Southeast. The people there would love to see you race because they're really big RC fans, and I think you would have a lot of fun. They loved the Bull Rock. Absolutely loved it. Like, I watched him race last year.
It's
They were like,
crazy, Burak.
well, they were like, he drives his car like his car done something to him. I like the Killix. I like the Killix a
Yeah,
lot.
they're crazy.
All right. They are a bit crazy, but that's all right. That's all right.
Maybe. I mean, we are good friends. Maybe Burak is more crazy than Berkan, but they are both crazy on the good way. Let's say.
I know Burak is definitely more crazy than Barkan.
Yeah,
for sure. But he's a little older, so he gets
yeah.
he gets away with that. All right. So what was I going to talk to you about? Italy. How? So a lot of people, when you say you're national, so I want to confirm, because a lot of people don't understand. You guys have to do your national series in order to qualify for the Worlds,
Yes.
right? Because the Euros doesn't qualify for any country in Europe. Each country has allotted slots. So the nationals are very important to you and many other European drivers that you have to do. But Italy has a very high level of racers, and it's pretty amazing. So, and there's younger guys coming up, right? That maybe we don't know about. How is it that Italy has such a high? Why do you think Italy and Spain? I think Italy and Spain have the highest level of racers and younger racers coming up.
Yeah.
What do you think it is? I know it's weather, because you can race pretty much all year around. But what is it that you think that makes Italians and Spanish so good at RC racing?
Honestly, I don't know, but I think, like you say, the weather, and then the thing that we are close, because we are like 1 hour and a half between Spain, Portugal, and Italy, so we can travel and, like, say, if we want, we can race pretty much every weekend together, because like Bagiland, IBC, Gusago, they come here, so pretty much every race we are together. And I think, like, I don't know. I mean, personally, I don't know why. But I think, like you said, in Italy now, if we had like Juan Carlos, Ronnefalk, Elliot, which is living in Italy already, but Elliot and Robert, like, our final of the national is like the European final.
Pretty much.
Pretty much. So, like, racing every weekend with these guys, because for me it's also good. So, like, racing against Marco, Ricky, and then going to Spain with Juan Carlos, Robert, Pariente, both David Todd, all these guys, it makes us stronger.
Absolutely. And throw in a little bit of France there because Clement looked good. Clement made the finals,
Yeah.
Clement Boda. And then
Yeah,
you
I'm
have
happy
Noah
for
Ben
for
Mohammed.
him. Yes, and also for Noah because we are friends. We are friends with Noah, and we are friends with Clem also because okay, he's racing with the Associated, but outside the RC we are friends, and yeah, I'm happy because like helping them because they know about 1.8, but maybe they don't know like a lot compared to us. So helping them with our stuff, with our like small parts, some things to do on the cars, and see them reaching like the Euro final for me is good. I'm
Yeah,
proud.
absolutely.
Also, Marcus, he
I
was unlucky, but he's so fast with 1.8.
I love Carap. I think Carap is amazingly fast. He
Yeah.
doesn't race 8 so much, and he's still able to be competitive. Yeah, he didn't make the final, but he did at the Worlds, which
Yeah,
is good.
actually, we always went to tracks which have a lot of grip, like Redovan or Barcelos. Maybe the real off-road is on dusty track, like low
Mhm.
grip. So maybe I want to see them there, but for sure after some practice they will be fast also there.
Techno RC. Techno RC is a championship winning manufacturer of high performance A scale, 10 scale, nitro, and electric RC buggies and trucks. With a worldwide dealer network, USA and Europe based headquarters, comprehensive warranty program, and global race support, Techno RC is excellence in RC. View the full lineup of Techno RC race proven vehicles by visiting www.technorc.com.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. I guess my question would be who in Italy do you think is a up and coming next European champion? Maybe a young racer you think has some potential coming up there in Italy?
I mean, oh my god, it's difficult. It's hard for me, but I think like there is a few. Like the thing is, I always say they are fast. Like Mattia, Andrea, Trevisan, which make the finals, the Euro, or
Mhm.
I would say Astorino, but other guys, Masaggia, a lot of guys. They just need to focus. I mean, to have the mentality to be a driver, because like going fast,
Mhm.
okay, no doubt they are fast, but to make that step is so hard, because you have to have you need to have the mentality to like go every weekend to the track, to know like perfectly your car, because I know some drivers are so fast but they can't even build their car.
Mhm.
So to be complete, I think you need to know and do both things. You have to be a good driver, and you need to like say to your dad or your mechanic what to do on the car, because you know what you can do on your car. And I think is the step that right now they are missing. But they are young, so they have time to grow also on that side. Because the side to go fast, they are fast. Of course, they can improve. Why not? But on the other side, I think they need to improve a little bit more.
Yeah, and the mental side of things is something you seem to have mastered at a very young age. We don't see you get too upset. I've seen you get upset once or twice, but not too much. You're able to compose yourself and stay calm under pressure. Is that something that you learned young, or is it something that you had to learn as you got older?
No, since when I was young, I was same. I was when I was kid, I was like crying pretty much every race because
Mhm.
I had always problem during the like finals and stuff. But like my family always say that if you don't have to be shy to cry, because if you cry, it seems that or feel like you want to be better, to improve.
Mhm.
You
Mhm.
don't have to be shy to cry, because like crying sometimes help you to be better.
Thank you to Beach RC for all the support. We have an affiliate link. Check out Beach RC, longtime sponsor of the No Name RC podcast.
BeachRC.com, the racer's one-stop online hobby shop. Choose from all the popular brands and variety in stock with super fast shipping and great customer service. BeachRC.com still has the local hobby shop feel with all the benefits of the internet. BeachRC.com is the exclusive distributor for Ultimate Racing, S-Works, Pro Circuit Racing tires, Nitro Lux fuels, and Assault RC performance products. So fill up your cart and check out at BeachRC.com today.
I get it. I wanted to go over an incident that happened at the e-buggy Euros.
Okay.
You got a lot of flax. You got a lot of people talking. We looked at it on the NNRC, and I don't think it was, obviously a lot of the people thought you did it on purpose and this, but I talked to you afterwards. We broke it down. I don't think you did it on purpose. I saw what you saw. I saw the gap that you were shooting for. It just kind of, and I saw Canas get loose as well, right? Now, you at the end of the day, you did wait for him. You did do the right thing, which I thought was good. But I think you got
I took a penalty too, so.
Yeah, did they enforce the penalty after or during the race?
No, I don't know why, but they wait because I wait Juan Carlos, and then I was on a bad spot to wait. So I think 7 or 8 car overtake me. So I was pretty much already last. But after 2 laps, they gave me a stop and go. So you have to go back to the pit and go out.
Okay,
so.
But I don't think that was malicious or you did it on purpose. When you slow it down, you can see where you tried to. I saw what you saw. In fact, we talked about it.
Yeah, actually, I was just after the final. I apologized to him because it was my fault. I'm honest. I don't have problem to say that it wasn't my fault. Or I don't try any excuse to say no because his car was crashing and stuff. I crashed into him, of course. And the bad thing is that people that talks weren't at the race. So people some people that I don't say the name, but I met this guy at DRC, which is from Colombia maybe, spoke too much, and he wasn't even there, So I'm not saying that I'm true because I crash into him, I take my penalty, I wait for him. But actually, I spoke with Bruno, and we were there, and we were thinking about a thing that he was so fast during the qualifying. He was 5 or 4 seconds always in front of me and Bruno, pretty much every qualifying. And that gap during the mains never happened because we were even faster than him in A1 and A2, So something happened also to him. Maybe his mentality, I don't know. He was a bit stressed, I don't know. But actually, it was a track that we were racing around 23 seconds, so it was really small. It wasn't any place where to overtake. And already 2 laps before that incident, I was gaining so much time on that side of on that part of track. And from that corner to the place of the incident, I was so fast compared to him. And when I brake, it was too late. I know I'm racing, so I know what I'm doing. And I saw his car was on 2 wheels. I tried to brake to don't crash into him, but man, I couldn't disappear. I was there, and he was there. He was there on the wrong time. I couldn't do nothing. But actually, the even worse thing is that people say that he lose the race on that main, but he still has 2 main. So if he is fast, he could win the A2 or A3, and no one care about the incident,
Mm-hmm.
So if he was European champion, no one care about the incident. That's what I'm complaining about because he has A2, which he crashed by his own, and A3, he won it. So if he was winning the A2, he was European champion. Easy.
I agree with you. And the S-Wax people were upset, but I don't think no, I don't think this is on purpose, right?
No.
And when we really broke it down and slowed it down, you can see where what you was thinking, how it happened. Was it careless? Yes. Was it on purpose? No. And people like, these guys shouldn't be making mistakes. I'm like, I mean, they're not perfect. People make
Yeah, but
mistakes. You have to go for it.
I agree that it was an aggressive move, but man, we are there for racing and we try everything we can, you know. Maybe if it wasn't me, it was Bruno, maybe he did the same. Just we can just see about the Euros e-buggy with Orlowski and Burak. It was even worse because it just touched him on the straight. There we were like before a jump, on a corner, on a track that was so small. And I mean, I'm honestly, I don't care about what people say because I know what I did. I was racing I was using my car, my transmitter. I know what I was doing. So people can say what they want.
Pretty much, you still won. And I love it because
I think like they didn't show it, but Bruno saw it and he can confirm. Like during the prize ceremony, I give my hand to everyone. I went to Bruno, I went to Juan Carlos, and he didn't give me the hand. So actually, okay, I can understand that he was angry. I'm not saying that. But maybe, or when he won the Euro in my truck, and I was, because I flame out and I was last, and I was so angry with myself and for some things. After 10 minutes that I was okay, I went to him and say congratulations. So I think like the respect is out from the RC. So okay, you can be angry because maybe you can think that you lose the race because of me and blah blah blah. But after the race, you know, it's all finished.
Well, I think it's a great rivalry between you and him. I think you're about to say
but
maybe.
I'm not saying that. I mean, I'm
Right.
happy to let's say race with him and David pretty much every race because it makes the level even higher between us. Because we have to develop some stuff, we have to develop tires, start to work on the car, and try to be better, like me compared to him or him compared to me, and stuff like that. But I think like, you know, when you start talking too much and you don't know the situation, like some people does or did, is getting like something that you know is trash.
Well, that's always going to be the case. And we're coming from us who talk about everything. We're guilty of that as well. But I when I saw that and I really slid it on, I was like, nah, I don't see what everybody's seeing. I see a move. What does Senna say? Senna said, if you refuse to go for the gap, you cease to be a racing driver anymore.
Exactly.
So you have to go for it, right? And I don't know why people think that, like, sometimes you guys are going to come together. Like, you're both all racing very fast, very aggressively. And it was a good race. Well, I wanted to ask you, what did you think about Ronnefalk winning her recently? It was a good comeback for him, I would say. He drove a very good race.
Yeah. I think, of course, David is, we are friends, so he's also a good rival into the track, not outside. But I mean, it's impressive because winning for European Championship in 1.8 Nitro with the level that we are now is not easy for sure. But I saw him like already on Wednesday or Tuesday that his car was already, and he was already on it. Like you can see when a driver is on it, you know, like everything is working good, and only bad luck can stop him. So I said, okay, he's going fast. We are going fast, and Juan Carlos was fast too. And pretty much every day we were like all three, we were like switching the position. And I mean, I say to him that he was amazing during the main. I think maybe for me, maybe without a mistake, I could win, maybe. But the race is over on the flag, so he won it, and he was better than me this time.
All right. My next question.
Fast at the end. At the end, I was.
You was, and I thought if David made a mistake, you would have been right there to capitalize. So interesting. I'm not going to keep you too much longer, but I wanted to get your thoughts on the American drivers. Who in America do you feel is your biggest competition?
You mean for me?
For you? Yes, for you.
I would say I have honestly I have three of them. So I
Mhm.
would say Fend, so
Yes.
Dakota. I would say Fuller, if everything is like on point, like the Silver State.
Mhm.
And I would say Mayfield because if everything is okay and if he's on point, it's always tough to challenge him.
Yeah, I would agree with all three of those,
I
to be
raced with
honest.
him at the DNC, and I feel like I mean I was fighting for the first place, and I feel like if everything is working great, on in some situation is like unbeatable, honestly.
Yeah, when he's on, he's on.
Yes, I mean like
All
pretty
right.
much every one of us. If we are on, we are on. But like if you go to DNC, uh, honestly, this year I was or no, this year or last year, I don't remember. I don't remember now. But I was watching DNC, and I say like Ryan was like P20, like the first 2-3 practice, and I say, oh my god, what's happening? And then you watch the last day, and like first place Nitro, first place Truggy, first place E-Truggy, first place E-Bug. You say, okay.
He's amazing. And he's getting older. Like, he's not young no more. 2 children, and he's still
Yeah, I
good.
know,
Very good
but
driver.
yeah.
Top 25. So top 25. After the Nationals, Dakota goes to the top. The Europeans were angry, but now after the Euros, you go back to the top of the
Yeah.
top 25.
Yeah, it's close. That fight is close. But I mean, let's say that I care that ranking like 60%, let's say. I like it,
I think
of course. But I mean, honestly, I didn't understand how it works yet. But yeah, it's good. It's good to have a ranking. Like try to see like American drivers against the European, which is now the mood of the last years. So it's good to have and to have a ranking like that.
I think your fans get very emotional about it.
Yeah, every time I saw the comments, and every time I say, "Oh my god, why these guys?" Because sometimes I feel like for me, I feel like they wrote because of me. They write because of me. But sometimes I just watch the comments, say, "Why this guy is writing this?" I mean, why?
Your
I
dad
mean,
gets in there sometimes.
if I don't care about the ranking, why people care about
Because we need something to talk about in RC.
Yeah,
Your
yeah, of
dad gets in
course.
there sometimes. Your dad
Yeah,
will
but
get in there.
it's part of life, he want to defend me like every
This
day.
is your dad. This is what I remember about your dad. When he puts his glasses on, he has those glasses that pull apart like this.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, because it's so cool. Marlon is
Yeah,
funny.
because
Marlon is funny.
and it's getting better, honestly. Like 10 years ago, he was even let's say more not worst, but like and it was like an accident during the race. He was like getting super super angry. Like now he's more calm, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to finish it up. Tell us what Davide Ongaro likes to do in his spare time and is not doing RC.
Honestly, pretty much. Okay, I go with my e-bike pretty much everywhere here around. I like to go not to make downhill because it's too. I mean, I don't want to break some bones or stuff. So I like to make some good like racing, let's say, with some people with the e-bike. And okay, I spend time with my girlfriend too because I have to because I mean when I'm not the races I have to stay with her also. which is good for me because I'm, let's say, having her also at the races. She was at the Euros, and for me it's also like I'm more relaxed. Feel like I'm more. There's one people more that can support me, so I'm more confident. Let's say. And then, okay, I have the track, so I have to maintain the track. That's why we made the interview this morning, because this afternoon we have to go to the track, me and my dad and some guys from our group, to try to rebuild it, put the glue again, the treatment, because we have a race the end of the month. So we want to make it good. It's not a big race, but of course, people want the track to be clean, flat, without bumps and stuff. And yeah, I'm doing pretty much everything. I'm at home. I clean the home. I'm like a normal guy.
Do you still practice a lot at your track?
So, like I said, the next week will come 8K from Korea. So these 2 weeks I'm free, so I will practice with him. But honestly, I want to practice, but I can't because we have races pretty much every weekend. So, like, we go home on Sunday after the race, and then on Thursday we have to go to another race. So we have like 3 days, and then on that 3 days we have to like remaking the car, renting cars, and prepare the bags to go again to another race. So let's say practice are races for me right now. But when I'm free, like these 2 weeks, yes, I will go practice.
Okay. What's your favorite sport?
So I played soccer for 9 years when I was a kid. And then matches start to be on Sunday and races were on Sunday. So you have to decide which sport, and then I choose the RC. So I like soccer, but I'm a big fan of motocross and supercross.
Okay. Who's your team in soccer that you like?
AC Milan.
You like any English teams?
English, honestly, Manchester City.
Good choice. And motocross, who's your driver? Supercross.
So motocross, right now, motocross, okay, we have the Italian legend, which is Cairoli, of course. But like supercross is Ken Roxton.
Okay.
94.
Now, yes, 94. That's probably, don't you run his number on your car?
Yeah, RCGP.
Yeah. Here's a question. When are we going to have one paint job? Because every race your paint job changes and it gets hard. Now it's more yellow.
No, now it's always, it's like since the 2022 is the same.
No, it's different.
No. I have the body here. It's always the same. Look.
Okay.
Like from 2022, I'm just changing the blue sometimes, but the look. This is from the Euros, from the main.
Okay.
Maybe from the videos looks different, but I just add some blue part here. But the main colors are the same because my dad can see better the yellow now. He's getting old. Oh. That's why.
Have you ever driven with
I
a
stopped
pistol
changing. I stopped changing colors.
Okay. Have you ever driven with the pistol radio?
Yeah, I had to because at one point, like 3 years ago, Sanva told me from Japan that maybe they stop producing the stick radio. So they sent to me like the M17. So I start practice with that. And I feel like for me it was okay, but I feel like I can't find the limit. I can go fast, but not reaching my limit. And yeah, I use also one at RCGP with the RC2 guy in Gusago, and it was even faster compared to my car. I was like 1 second faster. So yeah, I can use it. But at least I start to use it driving like this on the rostrum because I didn't know where the right was and the left was. So I start racing like this side, then I start turning straight.
It's crazy, right? It's how our brains are wired.
Yeah.
Davide, I know I've kept you a long time. I enjoyed the chat
No, it's
with you.
okay. It's now it's noon here. I go to prepare lunch for my family now.
Oh, it's 6 o'clock here. I'm gonna have some breakfast. 6 in the morning. I will hopefully see you at the eBuggy Worlds in August, and that should be good. Thank you for your time. Congratulations on all that you've accomplished in RC at such a young age. And I mean, I was going to ask you, what would you like to do after RC? But you still have a lot of RC left in you, and we probably have you on her.
I don't want to think about it now, but of course I want to be like in the same world of RC. And but now it's too early to think about it now. Just want to have fun and racing.
Absolutely. Well, I hope to see you in America some more, maybe AMS. I hope to see you at one of these races.
I promise. I want to come because it's good for me. It's good for AE too, because they are from US, so it's good for them. Even if now they have also Brandon, and okay, they have Spencer too, but they have also Brandon, Aiden, that they are racing more 1.8, especially Aiden. But I want to come there and racing and see my level also there. So will be nice for me.
Yeah, I think like I said, the people want to see you race too. So
yeah,
that's
I can
a good
imagine.
thing.
So
well, thank you for your time. Tell Mauro I said hello.
Yes, sure. Thank you to you, and sorry if I make you wait a little bit more for this interview, but we are busy. And like I said before the interview, I was a bit shy about my English, so now I'm okay. So thank you, and
your English is good, buddy. Your English is good. Thank you for
thank
your
you so
time.
much.
And we'll see you in August. And hey, man, keep up I don't have to tell you to keep up the good work. You're the man. You're the world champion.
I will try for sure. Thank you so
we
much.
Look maybe 4-time. I can see it happening at Thornhill next year, which would be amazing.
I will do my best. I will do my best for sure.
That's all you can. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. That's Davide Ongaro. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Davide Ongaro, for your time. We greatly appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast as well. Awesome dude, 4-time world champion. Thank you, sir, for your time. Also, a big shout out to our sponsors. We can't do them without you. We greatly appreciate it. Don't forget, links for all of our sponsors are in the written description of this podcast, and showing the sponsors some love shows the podcast some love. Shout out to the NNRC squad around the world, and of course to all of our NNRC patrons and YouTube members. With that said, Lefty is